Hey you guys, this is Twin Chic, and we're here today doing Twinning Tuesday.
And today's topic is going to be about confidence.
So we wanted to get started because we realized that in a big setting, or even if in like a small setting, a group of women, a lot of people lack confidence. And
let's be specific. Like when it comes to confidence, as far as let's give an example. Women
and
not supporting women.
Exactly.
It's a lot of that fakeness and phoniness going on. Like, number one, let me tell you something. It doesn't matter about your shape, size, color, or gender. If you have friends that are going to be your true friends, they're going to accept you for who you are. And I speak on that because, as you notice, and people that know us, we don't have a big group of friends of circles.
Not at all. It's just me and her.
Me and Shannon. I said me and her. Like,
I'm say
her is. Yeah, her is me. Her is Shannon. So a lot of times we just roll together, and I think it works for us because it's just so much easier. Because a lot of times when we get with other women, it's a whole lot of that catty crap going on. And I've noticed that the more successful you are, or there are certain things that you're accomplishing in life, misery loves company, and I'm nobody's company when it comes to misery.
That. No.
So at the end of the day, we want to encourage people that are out there doing their thing or just trying to stay motivated into going somewhere in life. We all get to certain points in life where it's just like, you
don't feel confident about yourself. It's like either gain weight or you may not look a certain way. My whole thing is you can always change it. I've always been the type of person, I'm a little thicker than Shanae. I've embraced that. I have no problems with that. But I didn't like how I started looking a little too curvy or too thick. It started looking really sloppy, so I had to do something about that. Get my butt in the gym, push away a couple plates, couple drinks, you know what I mean? You got to do what works for you. But at the same time,
she don't always push them plates.
It don't matter.
It do matter.
It do matter, but I still look good. And I just do it in splurges of the moments. I make sure I do what I got to do. Enough of that. I'll do what you later off camera. Anywho, we wanted to talk about that because we had an issue with somebody in our little circle who we're no longer friends with, and it's not to bash her, and I'm not even going to like mention her name because it's not even worth it, but we noticed that she lacked a lot of not enough confidence when it came to her being around us. We're the type of females that it doesn't matter what you look like, as long as you're putting out positive energy and you're treating people right, we'll hang with you. But when you start feeling like you can't be around us, or you don't want to invite us to certain events or anything, or just invite us period because you want to be that star of attention, that's a problem. To me, that's a problem because you feel like you can't stand with the both of us because you don't have the confidence. And it's not to say, I don't think I'm all that in a bag of chips. I just have that confidence. I'm okay with me. I'm happy with me, how God made me. God didn't make me to fit in with everybody. God, even though God, I have a twin, he made me a twin, but she's not my competition. I'm focused on me and our brand and everything, but I know how to hold and have that confidence about myself. So for her, the person I'm talking about, for her to act like, oh, I don't want to really invite y'all when I go somewhere out with other females. And she wouldn't come out and
say it. It would just be
you can tell.
Act of her.
Like we would invite her anywhere we went, but it wouldn't be vice versa. So
like that's crazy to me. If you're friends with somebody, I'm not looking at the fact like, oh, I'm not gonna invite so and so because
she's gonna try to take the attention.
She's gonna try to take the attention, or she's gonna try to outshine me. Who cares? It's not about that. And I don't find value in myself when somebody else is trying to give me value.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't make sense.
I don't need validation from somebody telling me I'm beautiful every day. If you tell me a million times a day, hey, it
doesn't matter if you don't feel that way, then you don't exude that. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
And a lot of times females get around us and they think just because we're light skinned, oh, they're stuck up.
But you didn't even take the time out to get to know us or what we're about. And if anything, it's like we surround ourselves with people that are doing stuff and motivating us and doing big
successful
things.
Because we're going to be successful. We speak that and we're living that. You guys, we don't talk a lot about what's going on.
And we're not flashy. I don't want to ever be flashy about what I have, or just because YouTube's saying, oh, show me your car, show me. We're not doing all that right now. We want to get into the house to make this house into a home, but it's not about that. It's really about
just uplifting people and trying to motivate people.
Not say us, it's like about us, but it's about us trying to give back and to help people to build the confidence and
or to show them how we did it. You know, like it's not as hard as some people think into owning your own home, but some people have that small mentality, like, okay, this is all exactly. And we dream. From the time we were kids, we've dreamed bigger and we've gotten everything that we wanted. we're
And
working
it takes
on some,
time,
and it
and you
takes
gotta
time,
work.
and we're gonna work towards some other things. But at the end of the day, it's just like,
It's all about
you know, you
confidence.
have to have that confidence within yourself.
If you don't believe in yourself, who else is gonna believe in you?
Right.
It was a lot of times where I felt like maybe I couldn't get to the next stage, and Shanae had to be the one like, look, this is what we're doing because we're not going to be at level 1 forever. We need to be at level 10 by a certain amount of time. And she had to kind of not drag me, but had to get me
Push
in that,
her-
push me,
push
yeah,
you out your
basically.
comfort zone, like,
And that was
and-
hard for me.
Yeah, and we're going through that right now, and this is like I had to have a talk with Shannon, and you know, like we're in a situation.
Something.
I'm not treating you like you're like a little child, but you know, sometimes you need that extra support, some moral support.
Yeah. And vice versa. If she's weak in her time, that's when I'm strong, and I'm like, look,
We
do this.
both can't be
Yeah.
sitting here crying and talk about, okay, because who's gonna bring me up when I'm down? I need you to stay positive, and a lot of times it's just that, you know, because we have each other, that's our moral support system, you know. But overall, you know, like I'm gonna give y'all an example, and I know I talked to you about this a couple of times. Growing up in high school, middle school, I think it was. You know, we didn't do the makeup thing like that, and I remember I overheard, me and Shannon were in this one particular class together, and I always felt like I was the ugly twin, and
How can you see this girl's ugly? That's so messed up. Look at that face. Come on, y'all.
can I finish?
Go ahead.
So I overheard, man, this hurt my feelings so bad. I overheard, I had to fake like I didn't hear the people talking about me. And
I don't know how you did that.
And it wasn't like they wasn't 100.
Whispering.
They would, you know what I'm saying? Like the
Now
girl,
they're in your face.
yeah, like we could be sitting right here, and here she is right there, and she was like, you know what? Out of both the twins, Shanette's the ugliest. I was like, damn. Tell me how you really feel. Not to my face, but across my face. I was like, whoa. I was like, okay. That really hurt me. And
That
then-
could have broke Shanette, but it didn't.
but I was going. We was involved in church, so my whole thing was you work on your inside. Don't not so much that you don't care about your outside, but you gotta have that confidence and build that spiritual side of you. You know what I'm saying? That it's all about what's here, and from
once
that
you get
point,
that together,
yeah,
it is it,
everything
yeah.
else will flow.
And it did for us because, like I said, we.
Oh, I need done telling my story.
No, but it goes with your story. And it did for us because it's like, even though we didn't do hair and makeup, but we were trying, we were in cosmetology, so we were trying to do better for ourselves. We would put looks and stuff together and see different females, how they would do their outfits. I'm like, oh.
And we didn't have that type of money. 'cause
yeah,
we
we went to class. So
when
until
we
we
got-
started working.
Yeah, then we were able to go ahead and test the limits and supply certain things for ourselves.
Exactly.
But in middle school, I'm not working. I'm a kid going to school, and that's my mother's was like, you're going to do this, your father. You know how that goes.
And you're not wearing makeup until whenever.
Yeah, in high school it was different because we were doing hair, so it was cool. You know, we knew how to do certain things. Where is she at?
She's in the y'all skis our cat. She's
I don't
in
know,
her
they
little
can pick
box
up that.
sign.
But
Yeah.
you know, at the end of the day, like I believe in myself as a person because I believe that I'm a good person, and that shows
And how you treated people.
and how I treat people. So I would always want to be treated with the same respect. This does not mean anything. This is makeup, and I tell people that all the time. I don't walk around with makeup all the time. Like,
But for the most
it took
part,
me. It took me a while to really be comfortable in my skin. I had to be comfortable, kind of like not trying to be funny, like you know.
in ways that you gotta walk around naked.
No, I want to say like I had to be like kind of comfortable in the sense of being like in the body of Christ. You know, in the sense like you go to church and people shouldn't look at you for your flaws,
Okay.
and they accept you because you're coming into the house to worship. So that's how I looked at myself. Like, okay, it's okay to look like this because I'm different, but at the same time, if somebody calls me ugly, like that, kind of messes with your head. So I had to fight that for a second. I was like, you know what, bump that. It shouldn't matter with nobody else. I said at the end of the day, like I used to tell Shannon when she used to go through certain other things, not going on a different subject. Excuse me, I'll be like, you know, at the end of the day, you got to deal with yourself 24/7. So either I'm not gonna spend all day beating myself up. I'm gonna lift myself up. And you know, and I was not the type of person that struggled with self-esteem. But you know, so we have our moments where you feel like, oh, you know. But at the end of the day, I had to work on my confidence. No matter what
Exactly.
nobody else said, it's what I felt about myself.
Exactly.
I don't need somebody else to, because that person told me I said I was ugly behind. I guess she was on the side of my face, to the side of my face. Not
And
behind my
probably,
back.
and probably behind your back too, or in me.
No,
I mean-
they always categorize you as the pretty twin, and I would be feel like, Dad, oh, like when am I gonna blossom? But I was like, bump that, like eventually it'll level out, and eventually my looks
Both
still.
our looks came together because I wasn't like,
But at the end of the day, it wasn't about what we look like. It was just like, dang, like we're good people. And for real, like people don't look at that. And I'm guilty of that too. Like, if a prime example, like if I see a guy, I'm just like, he could be a good person, but if I don't feel like I'm attracted to him look wise, I'm not gonna force myself to be with that person. Yeah. I've tried those situations, and it's just like I should not have to make myself feel like, oh, I'm just gonna date you just to date you
or whatever.
Settle.
Yeah.
No, I want you to be happy with me, just like I want to be content and happy with you. At the end of the day,
I want to be able to look at you and be like, baby, you look good. Not, hey,
man, one day you look good,
one day
you look
funny, and But the moral of the story is to have confidence, ladies and gentlemen. You have to have the confidence. You cannot rely on somebody to tell you that you look good. You have to have it from within. This is all just physical. There's nothing wrong with looking good. To also have that confidence within yourself too, and not rely on somebody else to tell you look good too as well.
Yeah.
And stop hating on everybody. That's my main thing. Is like, as females and as guys too. I'm not saying every guy got to come out here and say you look good, but I'm just saying as females, you don't have to hate on the next chick to say, oh, she thinks she alright or whatever. It ain't about that. It's just about just lifting everybody up and being positive.
And what's wrong with a nice compliment? Because sometimes, like, if we go out, we see women. If I'm not beat to capacity,
if I see somebody else,
I'm like, girl, your makeup on point,
or your shoes,
your outfits
whatever.
Together.
Yeah.
Give a nice. I'm not saying you have to do that, but I'm just saying that's how we roll. Instead of being like, oh, but girl, I'm looking at you. You look gorgeous. Like, you look nice.
Yeah.
Like, you're put together really well. And women act like, it's easier said than done in most cases, but I'm just not socializing with people that we're finding out the real truth about them. And I mean, like, everything happens for a reason, but.
And I'm just glad that situation, we're getting into it. Story time when we do 20 story times or something. We'll do something like that. But I just hope for that person's sake, you're doing a lot better. And you build your self-confidence, and you're not basing it off of, oh, because somebody didn't tell me that I look good today, or somebody that never tells me that I look good. You got yourself to tell yourself that. Don't rely on somebody else to do it. That's all I'm saying. That's the moral of the ending story of our talk. I guess our advice, how to build confidence and whatnot. Who is the story behind my legs? Stop it. But it's about having that confidence and really just, embracing yourself. If you don't like something about yourself, you can change it, ladies.
Always. I'm not saying it has to be a plastic surgery situation. No. It could be, it's an eternal thing. You have to dig down deep and work on you at the end of the day.
If you want to lose weight, go to the gym and lose weight. Get fit. I mean, I'm not saying I got to come out here and I'm trying to look like Beyonce. I'm trying to be the best I can be. On that note, if you got any comments or questions, please comment below of this video, and we'll see you guys next time. 20 Tuesday.
Cheers.